published 0053 EDT, the 27th of August 2017, updated 0207 EDT, the 27th of August 2017. Master salesman, maestro of the noble arts, merciless executioner, maybe not quite master of the universe, but a breaker of yet more records on this cleverly contrived occasion, and a redeemer of himself in the eyes of the public, jaundiced by the anti-fight with Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather, the money man and now the history man. This 50th victory lifts him one clear of the legendary Rocky Marciano's mark for retiring undefeated. Floyd Mayweather jumps on the ropes to celebrate his victory after stopping Conor McGregor in the 10th round. The undefeated boxer roars with delight after living up to expectations by defeating the Irish UFC superstar on Saturday. The money man embraces his Irish opponent after showing his class to move to a landmark 500th professional boxing record. A victorious Mayweather poses with a money belt left as McGregor cuts a tired figure during a break in his corner right. Mayweather lands a lovely right-hand punch which McGregor feels the full force of at Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena. McGregor gave it his all in the opening 2 rounds, but Mayweather grew into the clash as the Irishman began to tire as the rounds went on. Mayweather dominated, and by the 10th round, McGregor was struggling to stay on his feet. McGregor wobbles on his feet as Mayweather looks to finish the contest, which he did so in the 10th round on Saturday night. Jeff Powell's scorecard: Mayweather round, McGregor 9-1, 1-0, 9-2, 1-0, 9-3 or 1-0, 1-0, 4-9, 1-0, 5-9, 1-0, 6-9, 1-0, 7-9, 1-0, 8-9, 1-0, 9-9, 8-7, total 8-4-50 and out. He confirmed, "It's my last fight." He has gone with a bang. He wanted his first knockout for 6 years, through which he boxed more with consummate ease than a killer instinct. McGregor, he started strong as he promised and then hung in there as he was outclassed, took his punishment like a cage man, and as he should, long enough so that the public, who paid plenty, did not feel shortchanged. Yet there can be no denying that the richest boxing match of all time was contrived to serve Mayweather's final needs and desires. The inundation of the pay-per-view cables which delayed the start suggests that he will bank more than $300 million for boxing his final 10 rounds, 1 minute and 5 seconds. And while McGregor gets a life-changing $100 million for first dreaming up this fantasy, it is Mayweather who keeps the fighting emperor's clothes. Had he lost, mixed martial arts and the UFC in particular would be crowing now. Mayweather's parting gift to the sport, which has enriched him beyond crisis, has been to save boxing from being knocked off its upward trajectory. McGregor, who entered the ring with the island flag draped around his back, shows off his new haircut ahead of the bout. Mayweather, who was looking to retain his undefeated record, entered the ring by bizarrely wearing a balaclava. A general view of the T-Mobile Arena ring in Las Vegas as Demi Lovato sings the United States national anthem. The Irish UFC star looks on from his corner as he gathers his thoughts ahead of the first round of their money-spinning bout. After lengthy instructions as to what is allowed in boxing, they did touch gloves and the bout finally got underway. McGregor forces Mayweather onto the ropes during the opening round of their super welterweight clash in Las Vegas. Veteran boxing referee Robert Byrd looks to break things up as the rivals hold onto each other during their showdown. After a quiet first 3 rounds from Mayweather, the American started to pick out shots and McGregor's defense weakened, so he should have done. In the analysis, the fighting Irishman in the opposite corner and from a parallel warrior universe was never going to live with the skills of the finest pugilist of his age. Not in his first professional boxing match. That the whole charade avoided anticlimax and fiasco was a relief, but it was still a circus, not championship boxing. What the ticket buyers had to admire for the thousands of dollars reach was McGregor making a fist of it and, above all, a farewell demonstration of the technical brilliance and supreme ring intelligence of Mayweather. Having spent the second half of his career on the defense and counter, he came forward to crowd McGregor, cramp the bigger man's punches and bamboozle, then belabor him at close quarters. It was a masterclass, but it was conducted not against a rival, but a pupil. Despite Mayweather dominating their showdown, McGregor still mocked his American opponent in the ring when Mayweather backed away to absorb an assault. Mayweather mocked him, going far as to put his hands behind his back. With Mayweather growing into the encounter and beginning to dominate this bout, McGregor grabs hold of the American. Despite his early pressure, there did not appear to be as much co-power in the McGregor left as in the light MMA gloves. Mayweather went to work to head and body during round 4 and McGregor McGregor was beginning to rely on time-wasting tactics, Mayweather began to move through the gears and McGregor was on the back foot for the majority of the Vegas showdown. The money man swings a powerful left-handed punch in the direction of the Notorious during this enthralling encounter. After lengthy instructions as to what is allowed in boxing, they did touch gloves. McGregor came charging and dancing as expected. Mayweather backed away to absorb the assault, and when he did try a jab to the stomach, it fell so short that the Notorious mocked him, going far as to put his hands behind his back. Two good lefts ensured the startlingly good beginning for McGregor. McGregor was booed for a rabbit punch but was boxing much better than most of us expected. He even switched effectively from southpaw to orthodox for an effective combination which gave him the second round. Mayweather was feeling his way into this fight but still having trouble with McGregor's height and reach. The right jab was bothering Mr. Money, and the UFC man's changes of movement and styles kept him in the ascendancy. Mayweather could not afford to dither much longer, and he knew it. The old maestro went to work to head and body, not only getting himself on the scorecard at last but backing up McGregor. The McGregor jabs were more of nuisance now than a threat, and Mayweather kept advancing through them. The pressure began to tell and McGregor stumbled back from a smatter of shots. It showed, too, when the Irishman said something to Mayweather at the end of the round and was pushed for his trouble. The Notorious showed some effective combinations and the money man was on the back foot during opening 3 rounds. Mayweather, who was undefeated in 49 professional fights prior to this fight, put his defense up as McGregor eyes a move again. McGregor looks to pile the pressure on Mayweather as the American moves towards the ropes at the T-Mobile Arena. An aerial view of the T-Mobile Arena ring in Las Vegas as Mayweather piles the pressure on a tiring McGregor. The money man runs towards his corner to celebrate his latest triumph after coming up with the goods to stop his opponent. The triumphant American cuts a delighted figure after taking his professional boxing record to 500 on Saturday night. McGregor, who was taking part in his first boxing fight, was gracious in defeat and congratulated Mayweather on his win. Mayweather poses with WBC President Mauricio Solomon following his historic victory in front of an expectant Vegas crowd. Mayweather began to take charge. A succession of rights to the head sent McGregor staggering and gasping, and there were roars of money, money to drown out the Irish chants. Mayweather kept marching forward. There did not appear to be as much co-power in the McGregor left as in the light MMA gloves. Again Mayweather had him on the retreat. Again the right was signaling that the end may be coming. It was now one-way traffic. McGregor was being outclassed and bewildered as a novice should be. He also looked to be tiring as more precise Mayweather punches landed. McGregor got desperate and was warned sternly by referee Robert Byrd for hitting behind the head. He was reeling before more big right and lefts grabbed Mayweather to survive a torrid round, and then it was over. Mayweather unleashed a barrage that left McGregor helpless on the ropes, and the referee had no option but to intervene. Mayweather, donning a black and gold tracksuit for the highly anticipated bout, arrives at the arena with his entourage. The American boxer cuts a cool figure on Saturday as he arrives at the Sin City venue ahead of fight night. McGregor gives the thumbs up as he climbs out of a white Rolls-Royce and prepares to make his way inside Las Vegas venue. The Irish UFC star, who opted to wear checkered blue suit for grand arrival, cuts a concentrated figure in his dressing room. A serious-looking McGregor has his hands wrapped for his super welterweight boxing match against Mayweather. Still wearing his suit trousers but with his hands wrapped, McGregor gears up for the fight by doing some leg stretches. NBA star LeBron James and former boxer Mike Tyson's second right were among the familiar faces present at the bout. Excitement gathers pace in Las Vegas on Saturday as fans wait in line outside the T-Mobile Arena to purchase tickets.